Welcome back to Fairy Wisdom. I am here to help you create a happy, healthy, and wealthy life. Thank you so much for being here, for all the likes, shares, and subscribes. Everyone who's booking personal readings and sending in donations. Listen, folks, I was on a hiatus, a self-care, self-love hiatus. And so at first I'm thinking, yeah, I just am not feeling motivated to do any readings or anything like that because I'm just, self-care and, resting and things like that. And then it hit me. Okay, there's a need. I don't know if any of you guys are feeling this, like almost like, I don't know. We all have things in our past that maybe we aren't so proud of. And I had to do some self-forgiveness. I had to really recognize, that I'm not the person that I was before. And that that person that I was before taught me many lessons, but she just doesn't exist anymore. And I don't need to feel guilty for the mistakes that she made and that I don't need to hold on to anything that she might have held on to, and that I don't need to feel guilty for being successful because of the mistakes that she made. That I am a completely new person, and this new person, this new Corie, this new fairy wisdom is somebody who deserves greatness and deserves happiness and joy and abundance. And I think that this new year is really bringing in that energy for the collective of understanding that, like, you are not the old you anymore. You're not. You're a completely different person, because the old you was a mixture of projections and fears and lack and worries and doubts and, things of that nature piled on top of who you truly are. And we have spent the last couple years as a collective kind of getting rid of all of those layers and those masks and all of that bullshit. And so we're back down to the core of who we are. And so there's just this need to love the old you, appreciate the old you, forgive the old you, and release the old you to step into you. That is ever evolving and that is constantly growing and releasing and healing, and I'm just so proud of you. So if nobody has told you recently, I'm going to tell you that I am so fucking proud of you. Excuse my language if you don't like it, but like sometimes you got to go throw in a good fuck to get your point across on how serious you are. I am so proud of you. And I'm so proud of who you were. I'm so proud of who you are. And I'm so proud of who you're becoming. And this evolution of the soul, of the spirit, of the human being is not an easy task. And I just am so fucking proud of the collective. Especially because a lot of you have done it on your own, right? You've faced the demons, you've, gone through the dark night, you walked through the dark tunnel, and you have been in that moon energy, right? Where you're just being barely guided by your intuition, and things are hidden, and you're not sure, and it's, you know, you're just walking through this, but you're in that hermit energy, walking through the moon energy, all on your own, and you're just embracing it. But now the sun is coming up. Now we're in the sun energy, it feels like. Now all things have been illuminated, right? And it's okay to be happy. Actually, I want you to just be happy. Not just be happy, but I want you to be happy. I want you to take a moment today, if you haven't already gone through this energy of really recognizing what's really kind of holding you back, and that's basically holding on to your old self and not forgiving your old self. And, you know, you're like, Corie, I've done all this work, and I've, you know, forgiven my mom and forgiven my dad and my brother and my sister and Joe down the street and Sally up the road and, you know, Bill from 7 years ago and you know, Joanne from 2 years ago. And what is the holdup? What is blocking me? And, you know, I would have said, well, I'm just not so sure, because I also didn't recognize up until a couple days ago that the collective was holding on to the fear and the guilt and the lack and the things of themselves from the past, right? A lot of times we tend to put other people in front of us, right? We put forgiving them as a priority in front of us. We put, you know, taking care of them. We put, you know, putting their priorities first. It's always, especially if you are an empath, you are a light worker, you are somebody who has a heart of gold, and you are a giver. We always forget about ourselves. We forget to put ourselves first. And so I just feel like, don't forget about forgiving yourself. Don't forget about allowing that old you to go. Woo! Okay. What an intro that was, folks. If you need some time, that's okay. Take all the time you need. All right, we're going to do quick little messages, okay? Quick little pick a card messages. I'm here in like 2 piles. I feel like that beginning message was really just like the main message that really needed to be come across. So 2 piles, please. 1, 2. Really? Really though? We're going to reshuffle. And we're getting 2. I said 2, please. 2. We're going to see what ones really want to come out. I feel like that's another message for some of you. Don't expect less. Don't accept less than what you really want. Do not settle. And I'm talking about relationships. I'm talking about food. If you're going out to eat and somebody cooks your food wrong, send it back. I'm talking about you know, how people treat you, friends, family, all sorts of things. Anything that you can think of. Say you order something off of Amazon and it comes wrong and you're like, okay, well, I guess I can make this work. No, send that shit back. Okay? Do not accept less than what you want. That's not being crazy or bitchy or whatever it is that you might think, right? Inconvenient or annoying or whatever. No, it's just, this is what I want, this is what I ordered, and this is what I expect to get, because I'm not going to lay over like a floor mat and let people walk all over me anymore. Okay? All right. Anyways, 2 piles. All right, so we've got Ike and Tina, and we've got Jay-Z here. So pile 1 and pile 2. Pile 1. Ike and Tina. So I'm feeling like in the past you could have been in this Ike and Tina energy, right? This was when you're like in your karmic energy still, right? This is like that kind of toxic relationship, you know, where like where you would like settle and you know, allow people to treat you not the way that you should be treated. You treated yourself not very great, right? You maybe allowed society to kind of form you and shape you. This wasn't just you, pile 1. This is everyone that exists on this planet at some point in time in their life, unless if they have been blessed to be raised by 2 healed human beings, okay? So, which is what we're creating, right? This is what we're creating. And so to where, you know, babies can come in and they can just be taught how to be a human and remember their soul's path and their soul's journey, and, you know, not forget everything that they learned many lifetimes, for many lifetimes, right? Anyway, so yeah, I feel like this Ike and Tina is probably past energy. Okay, you could have been in some sort of relationship in the past that was very toxic. You know, you could have allowed society to kind of form your beliefs and shape your views, and you know, there was probably, you allowed some sort of mental, or for some of you even physical abuse, because there was this lack of love, you know, and I think that you know, either you are working on healing that or you have healed that. So let's see, what pile 1, please, messages for pile 1. And I feel like this kind of goes with, you know, what I was saying earlier about, you know, forgiving yourself, right? Yep, exactly. There's like this dance that's going on within yourself, within your spirit, of understanding, first of all, that who you were before was exactly who you were meant to be. And we all make mistakes. We're all human. And, you know, you learn from your mistakes. And so you cannot continue to hold yourself guilty for them. So it's almost like you know, within you, you go back and forth of like, you know, like feeling guilty or feeling remorse about, you know, almost like grieving this past person. And then there's also this other energy of like being like, yes, I'm free. I've done it. Like, look where I've come from. Like, I'm so proud of myself. I'm so, there's just this, it's like this back and forth. And so I really feel like your ancestors are really, really, really coming through, and they want you to let go, fully release this past, fully release the past, whether it be the past you and the past relationship and the things you said, you did, if there were any addictions, if there was any, karmic relationships, toxic habits, toxic, codependencies, things of that nature, right? It could be one of those things or all of those things. And I feel like your ancestors are really, 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 really trying to bring forth to you, like show to you, like put things in front of you. This video being one of them, to let you know and remind you, you are not that person. That is not who you are. And honestly, that's not who you ever really were. Those were situations that you found yourself in because you didn't understand self-love. You didn't know what self-love was. So you found yourself settling for a karmic relationship, settling for, addiction, settling rather than healing and living life, settling for, abuse, and settling for all these things that really just kind of weren't for you, right? And your ancestors want you to know, like, you have put so much work into this evolvement and yourself that you are free. You are free. You have broken those chains. You have broken those curses. You have broken those spells. You took the power back. Pile 1. And now it's time to let the magic happen. Let God and the universe and your ancestors show you, first of all, the magic that's within you. Second of all, the magic that's within them. And third of all, the magic that's within everything around you. Pay attention to your dreams, but most importantly, your dreams can be a reality if you understand and trust the fact that you're worth them. And you don't need to feel guilty for going after them because of a mistake or two that you made in the past. That's not who you are. Look, I barely shuffled the deck, and the daggone magician came out. That's you, right? Card number 1, like a brand new beginning, okay? Like, yeah, you have been way overthinking, all right? Way overthinking here. There's also somebody who is not in communication with you, who has not moved on from you. Okay, there's somebody, this could be, this karmic partner that you had in the past, all right, whoever was with you in this toxic relationship. If there was more than one toxic relationship, I feel like, but predominantly when I started talking about this, there was one that you went to, right? This is the relationship where you lost yourself. Okay? This was the one that really did you in. Okay? This partner that you had, they're not doing so well because now they're kind of being forced to go through this work, right? They're kind of being forced to surrender, and they're not able to move on from you. You're not in communication with this person. This person is not communicating to you, all right? They're not taking any action towards you. But they can't move on from you. It is unrequited. It is part of their karma is this overthinking, this overindulging in you, this over analyzing things, this, but you've done the work, pile one. You've done the work, and so that, you're stepping into this newness. I mean, I've got card number 1 here, card number 1 here. These don't have numbers, but I feel like if they did, this would be number 1 or this would be number 1. Like, you're in a new beginning, okay? So quit doubting yourself. That's the old you. Okay? Don't worry about this person, right? I feel like you're not really worried about them. I don't know why, they really kind of wanted to let you know that they're going through a hard time. It probably has something to do with the fact that there was a lot of, like abuse in this relationship, whether it be emotional or physical, okay? And you should know that they made their bed and they're laying in it. In the kindest way that I can say it. And so the healer in me wants to be like, just pray for them and send them some love. But my shadow side wants to be like, well, they get what they deserve. So I'm going to let you make the decision on whether or not you feel as though you should send them love, right? Okay. All right. Thank you, Pile 1, and we'll see you next time. Have a wonderful day. Oh, Pile 2. If you chose this Jay-Z card, so either you are a CEO or somebody else is CEO, right? There's some sort of like collaboration that's wanting to happen here or something. Something along those lines. I'm not exactly sure. But I'm really called to this part right here where it says new me on this card. Like I was talking about in the beginning, right? I feel like pile 2, you are embracing the new you. Like you are like, all right, you know what? Like old me is gone out of here. I don't want anything to do with them. I have released them. I am cool, right? Like, and I am so excited to step into this new me, right? And to embrace the new me. And if you aren't in this energy, this energy is kind of almost being like gifted to you, right? It's like almost like God is seeing like the struggle of really stepping into the new you and still kind of a little bit holding on to the old you, and like, so you know what, they're like, your ancestors are like, listen, pile 2 really could just use a break. They could just use a break, and I want to give them a break. Like, they went to God and they're like, listen, pile 2 has been working so hard, and I'm watching them struggle, and I don't like it. I don't want to see them struggle anymore, because they don't deserve to struggle. They never deserve to struggle. And you want to know what? They have made the sacrifices. They have made the decisions. They have done the work. They have done the healing. And they're focused on what they should be focused on, but they're just struggling on staying there and staying in alignment. And it's because of all of these outside forces, all of these outside energies, all of these, you know, things going on, pulling them left and pulling them right. And they just, you know, it's just, you know, whether it be like, I don't know, but there's just something that pile 2, can we just help them really cross the threshold? Can we just like give them a little nudge? Can we just help them get there? Maybe like take the shortcut, show them the shortcut, or, you know, give them the answer key, or, you know, can we, you know, they've come so far on their own. Can we just do this? And God's like, you want to know what? You came all the way here to do this for pile 2. And I've been watching pile 2. I have. And I see pile 2's heart. That's what I see. And I see pile 2's heart really wanting to open up. Guys, pile 2, I want to like cry. I see pile 2's heart just really wanting to open up and just embrace life and enjoy life again. But you're right. They are struggling. But because I see it in their heart, that their heart is in the right space, I know that they deserve this. So you want to know what? Yes, permission granted. You may gift them this free pass. You know, get out of jail free card, drive pass, go, collect $200. Thank you. Pile 2, your ancestors got your back. Oh, yes, they do. Oh, yes, they do. But not only that, God sees your heart. And the divine is very proud of you. And if you haven't already, you're about to cross a threshold, pass through some threshold, excuse me, and like it's gonna change your life, because it's like you are not even gonna recognize yourself in some aspects. But at the same time, it's gonna be things that, you know, you're gonna find yourself doing things and saying things that like it's always been a part of you. It's always been you, right? But it's never been able to come out. You're an inspiration for a lot of people, Pile 2. Yes, you are. And look, we got the fairies card just confirming the fact that like your ancestors are so present with you it's almost like they're like surrounding you, like I'm like seeing somebody like walk around and there's like a circle of ancestors just around you at all times, just like walking with you, and their backs are towards you and they're facing outward, like watching and making sure that there's nothing sent towards you, and if there is, they've got their swords ready to just cut it in half. Because you want to know what, pile 2? You are at this level where people are going to be sending you shit, right? And you need to be protected. And they're fucking protecting you. That is for damn sure. I'm serious. Like, they're all up in there. Yeah. So anyone that wants to try to go against pile 2, I don't suggest it. I really don't. Even if it wasn't pile 2, I still wouldn't suggest it. But I am just saying it's going to come right back at you. It's going to come right back at you faster than you change your underwear. Oh, good grief. Yes. Oh, man. I feel so much better, folks. You wouldn't even believe. I sat down and tried to record videos yesterday, like 2 or 3 times. And my ancestors were like, no, not until we handle this. So, anyways, we got surrender, balance, power, and duality. Yeah, this is what you're being gifted, right? Because it's the power of being able to surrender, but then there's also, like, in a box, you've got, you're gonna like unbox this box, this gift, right? Untie the bow and open the lid. And inside there's a little gem that kind of looks like all the chakras in it, and that's your balance, right? And you just kind of place it against you and just everything aligns, right? And then after that, there's this other like glowing stone, right? This is your power. This kind of goes just right where your heart chakra goes, and you just place it right there, and it just kind of goes inside of you, like almost like energetically, right? Like if you're imagining this, and then you've got this like circle, right? And it looks like a yin and yang, right? And this is the duality, and I feel like you're gonna place this like right on your third eye, and it's gonna kind of like mold into your third eye, right? And this is all energetically, and this is just what I'm seeing, and it's like these energies are being gifted unto you. I want to cry, pile 2. Like, it's very emotional. So there's a need to, like, first of all, show some gratitude to your ancestors, which I feel like, and God, and I feel like you do quite often, and that's why your ancestors have kind of gone out of their way for you. But also celebrate. Celebrate this success, this huge success. I mean, like, yeah, damn. Yeah, you were getting some sort of messages. There's some sort of intuition here, right? I feel like you were like doubting yourself there for a minute, right? Pile 2. Like you were like, why do I feel so lost? Like I've come so far. Why am I feeling so lost? And then here comes this gift. And you're like, oh. Oh. I see. Okay. Now it makes so much sense. I do hold the keys. I still hold the keys, right? I still have the keys to Jerusalem. Let's go. Pack your bags, kids. Yeah. Uh-huh. Pile 2, I'm going to end it there. Thank you so much for being here. For all the likes, shares, and subscribes, and we'll see you next time.